What is going on, guys? Today I got a nice video, quick, short, sweet, simple, to the point, man. So here we go. We got the mop top. We're going to get it wet, right? So then after we get it nice and wet, we're going to section this thing up and out of our way. After we get it sectioned, man, we are going to bust this down with a number 3. We are going to debulk this with a number 3. Coming up right nice and tight in that temple area, we're going to drop it around in the back, keeping it nice and dark and kind of full. We will clipper over comb this in the back. Again, this is going to be disconnected, but at the same time, we're going to make it look like it's nice and blended. So we want to keep that back part nice and fat. After we get this nice and debulked here to where we pretty much want it, we're going to go around, line up the neckline here, because we're going to start off by tapering the back. So again, we're going to debulk this whole shit with a 3. Go ahead, line it up. I like to start my tapers most of the time with a lined up neckline or front box area. So we're going to take a number 0, our clipper closed here. Make sure this is nice and clean. Establishing this guidelines, any guideline is really setting the tone for the haircut. So we're going to take our number 1 guard, we're going to open it up, we're going to pretty much fade into that number 3 debulked area. Coming up into that occipital bone area. His occipital bone is, pretty high up, so it allows for a nice higher fade, higher taper. We're gonna take this clipper over comb, action, clean it up back there. We're gonna take our half, clipper all the way open, and just start working a blend here. So it's a 0 guideline, then we took a 1, and then some clipper over comb. And then we took this clipper all the way open and started to work this blend. We're going to close the clipper each notch. And we get into the notches here in this video. If those of you who don't know, the Magic Clip does have notches, just like the Andis. So, alright, so it looks like we're going to push this taper up a little bit higher. We're going to throw on our 1/16. Any second. Here we go, our half guard to really get this blended out. Again, we are not going higher than his occipital bone with this taper. See everything coming together. We're going to hit these trimmers, clear out any hair that was underneath, flicking out as we get up into that 0 area. Using our corner technique to break up any areas that need some blending, some blurriness. Again, so we're going to line up the box before we start the taper on the side. So again, we're going to do the same thing, establish our first guideline using our 0, clipper all the way closed. We're going to bald it out. After we got it balded out, we are going to take our 1 guard, open it all the way up, and then blend right into that 3 area. So the clipper is all the way open. We're going to close it halfway. We're going to hit that line. And we're going to close it all the way and hit that line. At that point, we're going to take the clipper, no guard, open it all the way up, blend that line out the best we can. It's the same thing that we did in the back, we are doing to the side here. You're going to hit each notch. Here we go. So if you can see right there, above that little silver thing, there's little dashes. Those are the notches. Okay, so the Magic Clip has notches to keep you on point, right? So if we start with it open, we'll close it each notch. until we're fully closed, and then it, pretty much should be blended at that point. We're gonna throw on this half guard, this 0 guard, and hit any blemished areas, and really just, at this point it's just detailing the taper. We're gonna throw the 1 guard back on and detail this taper a little bit more. Okay, there's still a little bit of line there, so we're going to take our trimmers and just use our corners to really break it up here. Just detail work, man. After you get your rough draft set, it's, final copy and details. Same thing. We're going to bust this taper down, setting our guideline with our 0, clipper closed. After that after that guideline's nice and clean, we're going to take our 1 guard, open it all the way up, and blend right into that 3 guard. Coming up and over the ear, kind of flicking out and blending right into that 3. You see I flick out, flick away, pulling off the head. I did not use a 2 guard in this taper. So now we're going to close the clipper halfway, close it all the way, hitting the line every time. We're going to take our clipper all the way open, blending into that 1 guard, lightening up that line, and then hitting the line with the clipper notches. We're gonna bald it out, which before I used on the other side I balded it out first. So here I gotta go back through and detail, make sure that it's nice and blurry. There we go, we got our half guard. Go back through, detailing this taper. And then we threw on the 1.5 guard on this side. We didn't throw the 1.5 guard on the other side. The other side blended like butter, quick, swift. I think what happened was I balled it out second. Alright, so boom, so we got our horseshoe section. We drop down the back and drop down the sides here. We're going to pull it out and just start creating a guideline here. Keeping some of that weight in the back, obviously. He wanted to just take an inch off. So that's what I did. Took about an inch off all the way around. Pulling it out to the side of the head. And then when I go, after I establish, this length here, I go through and I take my wide tooth thinning shears and just kind of break it up there to see what it's looking like. See how things are laying. Obviously, I want this back to blend in smooth, so it's not so like disconnected. So then we're gonna take that horseshoe section. We're going to take about an inch, a little less than an inch section, and go straight down to his forehead, pulling that whole section out to the side and cutting to match, to our guide. So I'm going to do the same thing. Alright, we're going to take another section, pull it out, match, pull it out, match, pull it out, cut it. Pull it out, cut it. Same thing, we're gonna go here, take another section right to the middle of his head, and then I'll go and jump to the other side, but I left that part out because you get the point what we're doing here. Okay, so then match it. And right now, as we're laying it down, okay, so now I'm taking those same thinning shears, the fat ones, wide tooth, and what I'm doing is I'm going through and thinning this out because he has some really thick hair. So now you can see I'm brushing it all forward, seeing how it's laying, see how it's just smoothing and coming together now. Still detached. This haircut is still detached. But at the same time, that mop is now not so moppy, it's more flowy. It's now becoming one with this tapered haircut. So after we give him a nice shampoo, get all that extra hair that we just chopped into it out and off the head, we're going to go and enhance this haircut. Enhance the box here. Get it nice and dark and crispy for him. That hairline nice and dark. So then I'm going to use some sea salt spray and like wave lotion in this style. I switch it up sometimes with his hair. Sometimes we'll go more with a dry look. Sometimes we'll go more with a wet look. But yeah, so we got this wave lotion up there. We got the sea salt up there. And then we're using our diffuser. Man, this diffuser is really what keeps the hair from not blowing all over the place. So this will give him that wavy, curly look and allow all that to dry without blowing all over the place and then turning into frizz, right? So you can kind of lay it how you want it. Boom, this is our finished product here. You know, it's got some shine to it, but it's dry, right? Bada bing, bada boom, guys. That's it. That's the final look, man. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. I look forward to hearing your final thoughts, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you.